Hey guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. Come on in. I'm going to get this pulled up on my iPad, but hopefully you guys will pop in and enjoy some time with us today. Here is what I am putting on my wood surface. I'm going to lift that up just a tad. There we go. I think y'all are going to be able to see that really well today. So all I'm doing is putting on this multi-purpose sealer on the wood, and that will seal it so that the paint goes on nice and smooth. The resin doesn't soak into the wood, and we won't get micro bubbles, which is what the main reason that I put this sealer on before I paint. I hate getting any kind of bubbles. Micro bubbles you can't even really see to get them out. They really don't come out. So there we go. I'm going to grab it doesn't have to be a flat brush. I actually just grabbed a filbert. We're going to do a background, and then we're going to trace on our cow next, and that's what we're going to do. But you know, I like to kind of have my colors coordinate. If you are used to watching me, I use a lot of bright colors. Oh, Blue's saying hi to you. Hello, Blue. Surprised she's not barging in here yet. I like bright colors, but you can totally do this with muted. So if you like farmhouse look, then just use tans or grays. You know, you can have any kind of background you want. So this is a really nice wood surface to paint on. You can use canvas or watercolor paper, mixed media paper, anything you have. But I love these really nice heavy wood substrates because they take resin great. You can put as much glass and heaviness on them as you want, and you don't have to worry about reinforcing them like you would a canvas. So anytime I get over about a 6-inch, I go to wood. I just skip canvas altogether if I'm going to do resin and go for something wood. So just getting this Bahama blue put in, getting all the sides covered. And like I said, I've already got 2 coats of our multi-purpose sealer down, which seals our wood to take this paint and resin better. But you see how fast and easy you can do your backgrounds. You don't have to do much when we're going to have this cute cow on here, and we want that to get all the attention. Okay, I'm going to dry this, and then we'll get on our cow. I want to get that pretty good and dry so that we can put our tracer down and trace it. So here's a neat thing. In the VIP group, I do give a tracer for everything that I create. If I paint it, you're going to get a tracer for it. So that becomes really handy when you're doing something like this and you don't want to have to freehand it. You can just trace. And once I get it the way I want it, it's even helpful for me to have this tracer. See how fast it is, rather than me try to make my design perfect. And not that it's ever going to be perfect, but for me, I don't really have to go over the whole thing real well, but it really does help to kind of have something to go by so that your glasses are even and all that. So I am going to trace these glasses pretty good. But my art is not perfect. It's whimsical and fun. And so if you have not enjoyed painting, you might try to do something more whimsical and see if you like it again. Because I think for a lot of people, you just want fast and easy and not have to be so perfect. Anyway, that's me. So try it. If you like to paint but you have not felt like you were successful, then that's what I would recommend. I always say try something easy, and try again. Don't give up, because it is so relaxing. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how easy these cows are to paint. So I'm just taking some white I'm going to take a little black. Obviously, I got way too much, and I shouldn't be using my brush, but I do. You know, if you'll mix with a stick or a palette knife, that's so much better than your brushes. But here we go. And I am just mixing up a little gray. So already that's simple, right? And I'm going to take some more white over here, and I'm going to do a little darker. So more black to white ratio and get a darker gray. Maybe, and your acrylic paint will dry a little darker. So I always try to remember that it's going to dry a little darker than the way it looks right this second. Now, if you're new to painting, let me show you how easy it can be. So we're going to take our white, load up our brush really well with white, and to load your brush back and forth, loading it in to the bristles, okay? You don't have to go all the way up to the ferrule like mine has got a lot in it just because I mixed with it, but back and forth, loading it in there. But I've got mostly white. I'm going to pick up that gray. So white and gray mix, and we're going to kind of start filling in our cowl. You're letting your brush do the work. See that? You're just kind of filling it in like if it was think of it like a coloring page. And I don't think, let's see, oh, you know what I didn't do? I have to remember this. So on my tracer, I did not do this. Like the frame of the glasses I got to leave room for the frame. So let's just kind of pencil this in, because if I don't, I get to talking. When I'm live, I really have to watch myself because I get to talking and sometimes my designs look ridiculous if I'm not careful. So I got to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing. But we can bring a little bit of her face right here with this gray. And you can go to a smaller brush when you get into some tight spaces like this, but I mean, I'm kind of winging it because we can, and it's whimsical. So I always recommend also grab some mixed media paper or watercolor paper even, and try designs like this on that before you go to a wooden surface like I am. You can definitely use paper and test it out, see if you like it, and then paint it more serious on something more substantial and that costs money, right? No, I don't sell them. I probably should. I get so many people asking, but I just say my group is inexpensive. It's still $20. I am fixing to open, by the way, so get on that wait list. It's opening this next week. I should just go ahead and open today, honestly. But anyway, it's going to open, and you get so much for the $20. You can go to my website, artgracepaint.com, and see what all is inside. But there's a lot of tutorials inside. There's lots of tracers. Like I said, I give a tracer and a supply list for everything that I'm painting. Okay, kind of got some gray going here. I'm going to take that darker gray that I have and just kind of come right on top and give it some, what I'm calling shading. So anywhere that I want either dark or some shading, so the bottom of the ears, for sure, that'll be our shaded part. But then you can take your brush and just kind of bring in some wherever, that's going to add interest to your painting. And I am just sticking with this large brush. I'm kind of darkening up this gray. But I know I'd want some darkness around the eyes. So that's why I'm kind of coming in here. If you get too much, just pick back up that lighter color and come back and go right over. You can just keep on. Acrylic painting loves layers. It looks better, in my opinion. with lots of layers. Who said that? I do, Inga. Thank you. I love to spoil y'all. I'm grateful. They're such good, sweet ladies, and we just kind of do life together. So that's why I wish everybody was in there. Like, we just really do support each other. And, I think there's a big movement, at least I'm for it, and I know a lot of others are too, for women supporting women and showing kindness, being kind. We don't allow any drama. There's no politics spoken in the group. I mean, it's just a really nice getaway from the world. We're all in hard days, aren't we? So I feel like my group, the way I want to keep it, is just really kind and supportive. And we can learn together and learn from each other. Okay, so there we go, kind of getting his shoulders down. Now I'm going to, whatever's on my brush is totally fine, but going to bring in a lot of white, and it'll be just a very light gray for the rest. So you notice how imperfect our little cow is, but once we get her eyes done and her little bow in her hair, she will kind of come to life. I promise. Let's do a little bit for her nose. I'm just taking white with a little of my pink. Now this pink is gorgeous. It's the new fuchsia I was telling you about. It's fuchsia pop. This is a new color to me. I believe it might be new to DecoArt. I'm not even sure. But somebody gave me a gift card for DecoArt, and I was so excited. So this is one of the ones I bought. So we're going to give him a little pink nose. That's why I wasn't worried about going inside here in this spot. I did change to a round brush and just kind of color that in haphazardly because I'm going to add a little bit of gray to it too. So gray, pink, white, all that can be in here. And do a little highlight here. I'm adding white here. That will give us contrast from the face a little bit. Just layer those paints until you like the look of your little cow. Adding a little white at the tops of the ears. Coming back with white, kind of give a little bit here. And then I'm going to darken some up to bring back some dark here and there. I'm glad y'all are all here. Kind of another day this week, this time. I'm just playing with the coloring here to get what I want around her eyes. I'm adding white around the eyes before we add the black. Just using the tip of this round brush. I'm going to take kind of a small round brush and I'm going to do kind of a combination of red and this fuchsia pink for her glasses. They'll need a couple of coats, but I did a little, I painted this for a tester and it looked really cute with the two colors. So that's what we're doing. And this is why tracers are helpful. You can just follow the lines, guys. Just follow along. Oh, thank you. Trust the process, Chris. That is so right. It really is true. I like to take things and figure out a way to teach them so that they're really very non-intimidating, where you're like, oh, I can do that. That's the goal. Like, oh, yeah, okay, I see how she did that. Because I just think painting and really, any form of creating is so healthy for us. It's so relaxing. And women in general don't take enough time for themselves. I think that everybody's getting better. I think the pandemic kind of helped with that, even though that was like one of the silver linings, is that we all learned to slow down, right? And some people were like, wow, my body needed that slowdown. And so they kind of kept it up after the pandemic. I grew up in a household where the woman never sat down. And so that was my mindset, was just go, go, go all the time, work. And I hit a wall. You can only do that so long. We're not meant to be that way. We need some rest and downtime and hobbies and friends and fun. And okay, look how cute. It's already coming together. You just have to keep waiting, keep trusting the process. Okay, let's come up here and do our bow and our little flower. I guess I got something on that. I didn't even notice what I did. I'm going to put down a red base for our flower. And then whatever red is on this brush, that's fine. I really just need to make some loops for our bow. So you're just following the little lines that would be on your tracer. I'm dipping into both. So let me start over. I'll do pink and then red, just both on the same brush. And get both of these colors on here. Having the right brushes is really a big part of painting. And I don't mean expensive, I just mean, you know, knowing what brushes to use and for what. We're going to let that sit. Now I'm going to go on in here and give her some round eyes. Okay, now trust the process, y'all. They'll be cuter. She's not looking all that cute yet, but she will. You gotta trust me. I'm gonna take some white, bring it over here with just a little, well, we can use this pink. I started to use the red to make a pink, but you can use the pink. I want a really light pink, even lighter. And I'm gonna just add a little pink. So I'm offloading a lot of it, and I'm just gonna add a little pink to her ears. Okay. By the way, let me give you all a little tip. For some people don't know this, but Michaels will give you 15, I believe, 10 or 15% off if you're over 55. So don't fail to get that. We earn it, right? So yeah, an extra 10 or 15. I can't remember which. I think it's, I don't know. One of y'all may know. The glasses, we're just doing a combo kind of pink and red on the same brush and letting that mix as we go. I thought it just made a really pretty color for Valentine's or whatever. I'm going to grab a filbert and do a little more to our cowl. I'm going to grab some of this white, a little bit of black. Come in here and just add some. Give it a little rough outline, and I am kind of expanding and making her a little bigger right there. Just really dry brushing on top of what I've got. And then I am taking this same brush and back and forth will give me a really nice chisel edge, so I can come along and kind of give her a little outline around her chin, around her little darker colors. So remember, the more layers, the better. So anytime you want to add a little more layers, you come in here and dry brush kind of on top of her. It's a little dark, so let me lighten that up a little. Liz really talking to y'all today. Do y'all hear her again? Okay, let's add to the bow. Go back to a round brush for that. I'm grabbing my pretty pink. I'm going to come on top and kind of thicken this out a little. Just the simplest of bows, you know, it's just a few loops here. Thank you, Trisha. If you go to artgracepaint.com, you'll find whatever you're looking for. I have a page that tells you all about my group. I have a page that tells you all my favorite supplies and has links to my Amazon lists. I have my list broken down by resin art or painting. So I try to make it easy to find. And if you can't find something, just message me. Okay, I forgot we need to get working on our flower too. So let me grab a little more. Little more. I'm afraid to look at my watch. See, here I go. I'm taking too long. Okay. I'm going to quickly try to do our flower. I guess if I don't get to my resin, I can do it on another time or something. Ugh. I don't know why. I act surprised every time. Every single time when I run out of time, I'm like, I thought for sure I'd have time. It seems so simple. I didn't think it would take this long. A little practice run didn't take long, but that's because, you know, I just kind of whip it out and don't even think. Oh, let's do name her. Yes. Oh, she is missing part of her hearing. Who told me? Thank you so much. Oh, awesome. I gotta go do that right now. She sure is. Thank you, guys. Yes, Andrea. That's what happens. I don't know. I've got live brain for sure. I'm going to take a tiny detail brush and give her some whites in her eyes. That will help those kind of come around a little bit. I am going to give those a little outline of charcoal color. Hold on, right here. Ooh, I really did mess this up. I'm trying to hurry, which makes me mess up. Hold please, hold please. I think I started to do it, then something else. Hey, Monica, where you been, sister? And honestly, I'm gonna clean that up right here. Remember how I say trust the process? Y'all aren't going to trust me. My goodness. We really have to hurry, don't we? Now, I'm just going to kind of dry brush some pink on top so that that really shows. I have a pair of glasses here. I was considering ruining for this because I thought it'd be so cute to put actual glasses right here on her. So maybe if I don't have time to resin, maybe I will do that. Actually go get a pair at the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to take that same pink with just a touch of white, lighten it up, and give everything a little highlight. Little quirky highlights. Okay. Oh, I need greenery. Yeah, this is not getting resin on our live. I'm so sorry. But I will resin it. Maybe we'll do, how about we do resin Monday? Like that way, if y'all want to see the resin, you can come back and see me resin it Monday. Okay, so I'm going to take some green. This is where I was like, this is supposed to be greenery, and do a little greenery coming out. Simple little leaves. Maybe even just something like that. Let's try that and see what we think. Yeah, just needed something kind of grounding in there. We have 5 minutes, so we can put on some finishing touches. I'm going to grab some black and give her some little eyelashes. Just like that. We're going to kind of give everything a little outline. But I like doing kind of a sketchy, you know, sketchy little nothing harsh, just kind of quick and easy. Now, is anybody like, oh, I can so do this? Like, try it. Just try it. I think you'll have fun. And if you have kids or grandkids that would do this with you, that would be so fun. It's coming along. It's coming along. Good, Inga. I will hurry and get all the necessaries in the group for you. Let me add a little bit of white highlights too. So grabbing some white. I usually will pull it aside with like the pink and make a really, really pale pink instead of white. Let's try that, but I might still end up doing white, but we'll try adding some of this in here. And that's why I say, you know, trust the process, because usually it's at the end that you're like, okay, she's kind of cute. Oh, and I got to show you what I did on my little practice. I'll do it on this one too. See how the little whimsical highlights and everything, it looks cute, doesn't it? Kind of makes it pop. So on my little practice, I was like, oh, she needs a little, because I was looking at, here's the little glasses that I was looking at, and there's little silver screws. So grab you some little, and a little tiny brush, or a dotting tool. If you have a dotting tool, you can do that. And give her a couple of little, you know, those things that you get, that they lose them, and then you have to try to find the little screw. And where's my little kit that I bought at the Dollar Tree that time? I can't find my kit. Yeah. Okay, let me hold this up. Can y'all see okay? I'll take a picture, but then I have little embellishments. So I've got all kinds of glass, of course, sitting here ready to go. I had a little flower. I didn't know if we wanted to add that. So if you end up painting something and you don't like it, you can always run to the Dollar Tree and see what they have. They might have some jewelry or some kids' jewelry or who knows what. They might have a little pair of glasses, because all you'd have to do is break these glasses. Like if they were $1.25, I wouldn't mind. These were not that much, but I still hate to break them because they're actually good. But you could just break those off and then lay that down and actually resin your glasses. So I might do that. I always have things that I can add to my paintings, you know, if I want to. On top of the glass. So there we go. She's a cutie. You guys, thank you so much for being here for me. Thank you guys. Y'all are the best. Bye-bye.